All right, so I got a mustache, but besides that, some of you guys are having your health awakening, and that's amazing. It's a good thing. I had my health awakening several times actually, but the first time was when my dad got sick, and then seeing him pass, and the second time was very much an awakening. But then the second time was realizing that I had started the journey of recognizing health's importance, and I'd always considered myself healthy, especially growing up as an athlete, but then I realized I just did not know anything, and I still know very little relative to what I know, you know, is possible. Um, but I've come a long ways in just accepting the fact that you do have to make lifestyle changes. That was my second health awakening, and when I realized that I had left Wall Street, but my habits and mindset hadn't left me, that's when I woke up. I had vertigo. I was throwing up. It was Tuesday morning. I had to cancel all my calls, my coaching calls. And I was like, man, I'm doing something I know I'm made to do. I'm making money doing it. I'm living with purpose. I'm, definitely in a calling or assignment of my life. And yet at the same time, I can't sustain it if I don't have any energy. If I wake up and I have to cancel everything because I'm sick to my stomach and due to stress and not being able to take care of myself. I didn't know how to regulate my body. I didn't know how to manage the different things that were going on in life. I didn't understand the importance of recovery and how to recover properly. I didn't understand down regulation, parasympathetic tone, being in rest and digest state so that my body can heal and actually be rested how it ought to be most of the time. I didn't understand these things. And I definitely didn't understand hormonal imbalance and how to eat for my body, not what the internet says, but how to eat for my body, how my body functioned. So if you're kind of on that journey going, yeah, TJ, yes, 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 yes. Well, let me make it super simple for you. So if you're on the health journey, you've had your awakening, you're recognizing some of these things, and you're going, whoa, it's just overwhelming. There's so much stuff out there. Okay, let me give you like 3 ideas. Okay, the first idea is that you're not going to change 10 years of poor decision making overnight. That's the first thing. So however long it's been, 10 years, 10 months, maybe it's been 20 years, maybe it's been 30 years for some of you. You're not going to change it overnight. That's okay. So just accept that, put yourself on a longer timeline. The second thing that is going to be really helpful for you is recognizing that there's a lot of information out there, but that's not the same as wisdom. Okay, when 2 women came to Solomon and said, this baby that died is mine. And the other woman said, this baby that died is mine. And Solomon's like, well, I don't have genetic DNA testing to get the right information to determine whose baby it is. What do I have? Wisdom. Okay, cut the baby in half and give it the one half to the other one woman and one half to the other woman, and we'll find out who the real mother is. And of course, boom, he found out who the real mother was. You need wisdom, not more information. Okay? And godly wisdom comes from an attitude of recognizing, wait, I might not know everything about health. I might not know everything about how my body functions. There might be things that I've learned growing up that were not healthy. Things that were just second nature to me because it was modeled in my home, modeled amongst my friends. Maybe the culture or community that I'm in right now, people I surround myself with aren't really focused on this. And they encourage, honestly, an unhealthy identity, unhealth in their choices of you name what. And when you start recognizing that and you go, okay, then there's an opportunity to grow and learn. Okay, so number 2 is really recognizing it's not about information, it's about wisdom and putting yourself in a position where you say, okay, there's an opportunity to grow and learn here. Now, number 3, how do you do that? And where do you even begin? Well, there's a framework I use that's really helpful for people, and it's the idea of stabilizing before sustaining or optimizing. So you're going to run into a ton of frustration when you show up at the grocery store, start looking at all the different types of almond butters that you can buy. Organic from California, costs $18. Do I get the one that's local, but it costs $12? Does that mean it's not as good? And then there's the one that's over here that's just like off-brand, it looks like, and I don't even know if that's right. If you're making those decisions, you're going, I'm so frustrated. I don't even know what to buy because it looks like they're just trying to kill me. This got vegetable oils, that's got that thing. This has got this processing. If I read this blogger, it tells me one thing. If I pull up that TikTok video, it tells me another thing. Just get back to the basics, okay? You need to be stabilizing. If you have not figured out how to eat enough, eat on time, and eat what's right for your body, then you just need to pick up whatever almond butter is in front of you. Maybe ideally not the $18 jar, but you need to pick up what's in front of you. You need to get your body in a state where it knows it's getting food regularly. Eating enough, eating on time, eating what's right for your body. that means that you have a body type and a lifestyle and energy demands that are right for you. And if you have no understanding of how your body responds to lack of nutrition, if you have no understanding how your body responds to the blood sugar roller coaster, if you have no idea how your body responds to meals that are not scheduled in any capacity, even if it's on just a timer in your mind, then you're probably lacking that sensitivity to know how, what really is going to impact you if you start making changes in your life. So take away one of the variables and just start eating enough, eating on time, and figuring out what your body likes, what your body actually needs, what's good for you. The simplest one for people, I'd say, is, man, if you're questioning everything because you don't know where to begin, because you're just starting to realize, wait, I'm living in the kingdom of darkness, everything's broken. That's what happens in your spiritual awakening. That's what happens in your health awakening. You go, oh my gosh, everything's broken out here. They're trying to kill me with this and that and the other thing. If you're just starting to realize that, understand that that's okay, but the simplest thing you can do is drink water. Drink water. Get water first thing in the morning. Flush your body out. Schedule your meals. Don't worry about whether you have, this thing or that thing in it. Don't worry about optimizing too early. Just stabilize. Get your body to a point where your energy is somewhat consistent, where you're able to actually think clearly. And that comes through, again, not putting yourself on an unrealistic timeline thinking you're going to change everything overnight. You're going to have to do this for at least a couple weeks to get an idea of what it's like. So I'd say those are my 3 things. I hope that helps you. I know people are very lost in the journey. If you're getting a lot of information from people who are out there optimizing because they've been on the health journey for 20 years, then maybe you need to start with more of the stabilizing information, what are macros? What are minerals? How do I put food in my body if I want to eat consistently? What's meal planning? How do I do that? When am I supposed to eat? What is my blood sugar? Just basic things, understanding your body rather than trying to understand, should I eat this meat or that meat or this thing or that thing? It's no. Start with the basics, get back to the very beginning. Understand you can't change everything overnight. You can't change 10 years of poor decisions in one day. Understand that you got to seek wisdom, not information. That looks like thinking about your body and how your body works rather than more information. Having an open mind, recognizing maybe I don't know all of this, or accepting the fact that I know I don't and actually doing something about it. And number 3, starting with the basics and stabilizing. So I hope that helps. It's changed my life. Getting back to basics changed my life, and it'll change yours.